Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of You Can't...
Is it another episode? It's the first episode.
Why am I decoding the other one?
Yeah, but we're only using it as snippets. This is the official first episode.
Alright.
Yeah?
Cut it back.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of the You Can't Say That podcast. With
Yay!
me...
And me... Oh.
You've ruined it already. You know what? In the snippets, what we put on Instagram, you'll see what happened the first time around. With me, Erin.
And me, Ray. What?
So, we'll just carry on. I'm just going to keep on drinking. I don't even know what the first subject was going to be. That's how bad it is. I'll just come here, get drunk.
We're talking about Tinder. We're talking about dating.
Dating.
We're talking about dating. We're talking about dating.
I'll drink the whole lot if we're going to talk about dating.
Alright, yeah. So, yeah.
Hold on, just let me get comfortable because it's going to take a lot of drinking. 1 minute.
Aaron, are you serious?
Right, let's talk about dating. No exes.
This is obviously a touchy subject for you.
Right. Who's going to go first? I'm going to go first.
Alright, so I've been having lots of discussions with people that I know about this whole dating scenarios that we're in these days, okay? And I just want to talk about it because I feel like I just don't know what direction we're going with it all. And it's just so weird. I've had experience of it and I've had people's experience of it that they've been telling me, and I just find that the stories are really, really horrendous.
Are we just talking Tinder or are we talking
dating in general?
In general.
Yeah, dating
right.
In general. But we're talking about dating sites and just meeting someone and that whole thing.
I think there's two scenarios in it, and I think ages actually play a big part.
Okay.
I could talk to a 22-year-old, yeah, even though I'm 30, and she'd probably be more open to just us doing whatever.
What's doing whatever?
That's like sex, food, but then still talk to other people.
Okay.
Where if I go past the 25 mark, it's a bit more laid back. Don't get me wrong, that's not everyone, but I'm not generalising women or men. I'm just saying, in general, more people are open to open relationships. I think there's like that three-way relationship now where there's sometimes two men to one woman, two women to one man, and I forgot the name of it, but there's actually a thing that where you have an extra partner.
Okay. And what do you think though? Like personally, are you okay with that?
At this point, I've tried being in long term, didn't work. Being in short term, stress. Actually, the long term ended up more stressful than the fucking short term. But I swore I don't care. And when it comes to dating in general, I no longer spend money.
You don't spend money?
I no longer spend money.
What, you don't spend money on what? On
so,
the girl?
Yeah, so I feel like you go on the first date, if it's going to go well, just take them to a Turkish restaurant, take them to like Nando's, TGI's, because that's how you find out what this person's about. You can talk to them on Snapchat, WhatsApp, Insta. Everyone's going to cater to the other person because they find them attractive, right? So if you find someone attractive, you're going to try and get them to be, I don't know, a little bit wanting you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So
at the minute, through Tinder, I met someone and everything's gone the other way around. Before even the first date, stuff happened, didn't it? So it's one of them, but it feels comfortable. So I don't know what to make of it, because normally, when you go down that road off of Tinder, it's normally like a one night thing and then you carry on. But where I started talking to this one person, then found all the other people I was talking to was boring.
Okay.
So I sort of just
narrowed her down.
And I didn't even sort of tell these others. I sort of block, 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 block. I just like,
but you actually blocked.
I actually blocked. I blocked other. Yeah, I didn't continue having a conversation. I just blocked the other people, and I even deleted Tinder because I was like, well, if I found someone that genuinely has a dark sense of humour like me, makes me laugh, then I'll just go with it.
And try and
have fun.
give it a go.
Have fun.
Because the moment that you actually still continue to talk to the others, you are then
spreading too much energy.
You're not concentrating on that one person, and also you're not giving them your full attention. You're not actually giving it an honest, fair chance.
Because if you remember, when I first...
Sorry, I don't have...
Next week, I'll be in hospital.
I don't have corona, just a little bit of a cough.
Listen, how can you cough on water? That ain't vodka or gin. What's
It's water.
Ah. To be fair, I like that cup, by the way.
Thank you. This is from Black to My Roots. They're actually on Instagram, and it's personalised as well. It's got my name on it. Right.
That's actually wicked, man.
Black is beautiful. Yeah.
So can people get them?
Yeah, people can get them online.
That's going to be in the caption and description, so
yes,
make sure to check
out
it
for
out.
that one. Good stuff.
I'm not going to... This is a placement, but I'm not talking about it yet. But don't worry, man.
I love your jumper, though, and I love the hat.
Listen, he's been doing his thing for a while, man. And I think sooner or later, I think it'll be like a trap star thing. Okay. I think sooner or later people will start just buying it, and it'll go from there. Yeah, but...
It looks good.
Well, I think this year, I think more people should buy into like young black entrepreneurs anyway, because I think he's a good rapper, and also the way he just came out with this on the side, and now he puts all his time and effort into this. Mm-hmm. But he's a really good rapper, so at one point he can actually use his music to...
Yeah, it can all complement each other, because when he's doing his rapping, he could be wearing his products.
That's actually good.
Do you understand?
He's actually really good.
Yeah, I'll even get one. I'll have to try the hat on though and see if it fits me well. I'll have a look and see what else they've got anyway. No, don't mess up my weave right now.
Don't ruin my... It's nice though, isn't
it? We're just promoting on here, man. Forget the podcast.
We went straight past... You know what? I'd rather go right past Tinder and dating, because I'm just digging myself a big, massive fucking hole.
No, you're not. So let's get back to that.
Okay, so what's the worst date you've been on in general?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not a fan of online dating. I'm very, very skeptical of online dating. Right. I just feel like you don't know who's... I don't know. I've just got this weird thing about online dating. But anyway, I have been on a dating site. I'm not currently on any dating sites, but I have been... No, I'm not. I'm not.
Plenty of fish.
No, trust me, you won't find me there. I wasn't on it a few years back.
How did I know? Everyone went on Plenty of Fish. No, and everyone got loads of STDs and eyes. Everyone was loose on there. Everyone, man, woman, fish, dog, everything. That was like, that app there created absolute havoc for the NHS, I'm telling you.
It's not good. I'm really not impressed. But I was saying, so I was talking to this guy online, and he started asking me these questions, really nice questions. It was like really funny,
different.
Very different. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, this is different. So immediately, like, grabbed my attention. So we were just going back and forth with the text and stuff, and it was quite fun. And yeah, we exchanged WhatsApps, and we were talking and everything. It was so cool. So I was thinking, oh, okay, I like this guy. Sounds like it could be alright. And especially as I didn't really chat to a lot of people. It was like for me, I was willing to pay a little bit of attention to this.
Time and effort.
Yeah, because I just want to get off this thing. Like, I ain't got time for this whole online thing. Yeah. So anyway, we're talking, and then we decided afterwards to meet up. So chatted on the phone. Imagine, we've talked on the phone, we've exchanged a lot of messages, and the connection is really, really nice, really, really good. So we've got to meet up, and I swear I can't connect the person to the text and the phone calls.
Was it his cousin? And he just sat there and talk to me, please, bro?
No, it was him. It was him, but it wasn't him. I just couldn't connect the two.
Was it because he was nervous, do you reckon?
No, I think he was a bit nervous, because he did say to me, like, throughout the day, oh, could you stop looking at me like that, please?
Ain't that normally the other way round?
I said, why? And he said, because you're making me, yeah, I think
Man's got anxiety. No, but you know what? It's a real thing. But I think men don't actually say it. They'd rather have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Like with me, if I actually genuinely like someone and I'm going on a date, I do have a few magnums, you know. I swear to you, because otherwise, if I do like them and I go there sober, just know I'm there to see what you're about. And if you bore me, I'm just going to be like, she's paying off. But then if like, I go there and it's absolute vibe, I'll be like, Bill.
But you know what though? I think
I'll do.
I think I was looking at him like that because I was really trying hard to connect him.
What he was saying is probably him, but what you got in that environment, if he don't feel correct, maybe he should have just chose a different environment for you.
No, we just went out to dinner.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe being out like that, if he suffers from anxiety and that, sometimes people try to go out their comfort zone too much. So then you don't get the real him. So now he's sitting there going, and you're like, oh wow, this guy.
It was really
Don't look at me, you're like this. Oh, I look at the fucking food. Well, look, steak. You meant to. No, but it's true though. Like,
it was just really weird. And
for me, I would go down the toilet.
We talked, we ate. It was, we still had a conversation, but I just didn't feel that connection. And it was really difficult after we finished the date. And he's like, I hope to see you again or whatever. It was just really
that awkward. It's like
it
that.
was really awkward.
Yeah, we'll speak soon, and you're walking on going ick. That's literally. So something he done in that date caused the ick.
No, it wasn't, because it was from I actually saw him.
Wasn't your cup of tea?
I just thought no.
So basically, your butters.
No, it wasn't butters.
Like melted butter on toast. Actually, that's pen. We shouldn't say it. The little burnt bits on the bottom of the toast.
No, I don't know what it was, but it was really weird, and I just thought, you know what, I can't do this.
Did he look like Boris Johnson?
No, he looked alright, but I think
your mate.
Because that's
sorry,
another thing.
Giza.
No, that's another thing. Let's talk about the pictures that we put up on these dating sites.
And men are filtering them now.
Men are filtering. I'm not gonna lie. Men are filtering.
I catfished my last chick.
Did you?
Of course I catfished. Look at this face. Like literally, I'll just get the right angle. It makes me look all chiseled. And then when they meet me, they're like, "He's got tits." Like, how the fuck did this happen? But obviously, the banter, I just make a joke of it, and it's either they deal with it or they can fuck off.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't come with the right, with chest, like, yeah, I took the piss. I'm not gonna lie, I catfished you a little bit. But now that we're here, you might get to like me.
I think it's not good. Because I think, do you know what? You look at pictures. All right. Say for instance, if one person, if you've got
face like a pebble.
No. Let's say for instance, let's say for instance, right? The person's got 5 pictures up.
Yeah.
The first picture, it's like, okay, looks all right, not that bad. Okay. Look at the second picture. Okay, that first and second picture does not look the same.
So
then you go again, and then you're looking for that perfect picture, which is always like the first picture.
So you do it wrong.
Why?
Because when I'm on Tinder, I literally look at the first picture and go, like,
oh, do you?
No,
I don't.
I don't go through their profile.
It's
only afterwards I go, oh, I clicked on her, but she wants open relationships. Fuck it.
Yeah, but Aaron, why? If you had read it before, you would have known that, and then you wouldn't have.
Yeah, but then you know what it is?
So you hold on.
Risky, frisky.
So you literally would just get on there, see that first picture, and just be like, oh, she looks good, and swipe her.
Not even look. So because remember, what my good look is might be someone else's, like, she's alright. So for me,
do you read the description?
No, because I'll go. You know what it is? If you are not from look attracted to someone, anything else they bring to the table, you're not going to want to look at them. So that makes no sense. So you might as well look at the first picture.
First, it's attraction.
Well, I've never seen the line go, she's ugly, but I'll give her one. Like, sometimes you'll see that they're quite peculiar in how they pick their mates. If she's a bit scruffy, she'll leave that for, like, his brother who's scruffy. You know what I mean? Them ones. So when you're on a Tinder date, or even if you're on Tinder just having a look, I like to be like, she's pretty, but she's not, I don't find her attractive. Whoa, she's nice. Oh, go off, sit. What's that? She's got a cat in the picture and her friend. No. Because sometimes you don't know what one's what. There's like a really fit girl there, and there's an ugly one there. So you know she's the fit one, but she's just taking the piss. So I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to see you at your best next to someone that's the worst. So we'll just skip past you.
Right. Okay. So it's your.
But yeah, and then afterwards, if it comes up the match, I'll normally just say, "Oh, sweet, how you doing? How you been?" I'll just keep it simple. I don't start going with all these cheesy lines like "you're penning pigs." I don't know all this stuff, or it comes out.
So what do you say? Like, what would be the first liner for you?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll wing it. So it depends. Like if I've just got into work, then I'm gonna be like, this is a way to start the day with a right swipe like this. Morning, beautiful. How are you doing today?
Oh, that is so cheesy.
It's cheesy, but you know what? At least they know from the get-go I'm going to be a cheesy fuck. Because I like doing it. I like doing them dad jokes and uncle jokes. Like, I've always been like it. If someone gives me one liner.
The person that when I was talking to them, they said, "What's one thing that will make you smile?" That's a great question. Because it's like, oh, it's not your standard. And do you know what I hate? Do you know what I hated on Tinder? When somebody says hi. Like, fuck right off.
Hi, it's like, are you texting me from a friend phone?
Like, who does that? Hi.
Right, so what would you rather? Would you rather
say
someone be themselves really cheesy, like what he said to you, yeah? Now, a lot of girls that I'll go for, if I put that to a girl that I'm going for, I know for a fact they're going to rip me. Because I like girls that answer back, that have dark humour.
Yeah, but how would you know that though from the first sentence? Because
from the way you... So if I'd messaged what he messaged to the sweet one, to the one that I'm talking... To like the girl I'm talking to now, she definitely would have ripped it. She would have ripped it.
When you say ripped it, what do you mean?
Like she probably... So what was it he said again?
Tell me one thing that would always make you smile.
She'd probably put something like, "You not messaging me." Now, for me, if I get that answer, I'm going to rip her back and we're going to become. That's it. We're going to be together for a while. Because I like that. I don't like people taking shit serious on these websites.
Yeah.
So if you get a bit of banter going, if you can make each other laugh, from all the shit and stresses, if it does get to that point, it's going to last. If you're having everything serious from the beginning, and you need to take me on a proper date, if they're like forcing
it's got to be banter.
It's got to be, you've got to just have a conversation and be like, you know what, I actually genuinely like talking to you. Here's my number. Like, I actually done that for the first time since probably my fiance.
Okay.
Because I met her on Tinder.
Okay.
So after that, obviously after July lockdown, you have a little illegal dabble and all that, but it wasn't the same. It was like everything felt stressful. It didn't feel correct. It just felt like a bit of fun because of stress of COVID, and then you go back. Now it feels a bit more comfortable, but it's comfortable before it should be. So should I be scared that I'm comfortable too quick? Or should I want it to be spontaneous and argumentative? I don't... See, me, I'm very... I don't know. What I look for is not perfect. I don't want someone that's going to be like, "Oh, when you come home, I'll cook you dinner." It'll be like, "I'll cook you dinner if you like do something indoors." You know, I don't want a pushover. I just want someone that does their own thing. And then if they naturally want to do something, they're not forcing it. Like right now, it's going down the line of, I'm not forcing anything, neither of us are, and she wants to cook something for me. Okay. So in return, I'll probably do some IKEA building for her.
Yeah.
And we're doing
I've got IKEA stuff I need you build. Could you do it for me?
Bro.
Please. I've got pictures of
listen. I do IKEA things, get fed, and other things happen. So I don't do it for free. There's a level to what happens. It's either I get fed, and then I've got to burn off the calories. So
you can do You can do the pictures for me, and then you can go burn off the calories with your.
No, it don't work like that. Don't work like that.
I forget you.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got friends that can help you out. Reese.
I'll go on Task Rabbit. Don't worry.
You like my mate Reese, man?
Yeah.
27 now. No. But listen, he's 27, doing like the music, artist stuff. He's doing like management. My mate Wendy. I think I told you anyway that they're doing they're doing their thing actually. I was meant to be part of the team, but to be fair, I don't want to work with anyone anymore. I know it sounds rude. I love them to pieces, but every time I sit near a studio, I want to punch him in the face.
Oh my gosh.
But on Reese's side,
I
think you still make a good couple still.
Really?
Yeah,
Reese
man.
Is 27.
Yeah, but he's Jamaican, he's 6'3".
He's 6'3".
Gym man, isn't it? Gym man.
I love a tall guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, Reese, let's hook up. All
Don't
right?
worry, I'll send I'll send you her Insta.
People's gonna say I'm a flipping cradle snatcher. 27.
No one knows your age. You're 27, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm 27. Reese.
If you can guess her age, actually no, we don't play the game because that's how women start stabbing people. I'm not getting stabbed for no one.
If someone guesses my age, yeah.
She was going to say something bare dodgy.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. But anyway, let's
Reese, if you can guess her age,
is Reese single?
Yeah.
Like single.
He's single.
Is it? You have to show me his Insta.
Where's my phone? I'll show you after, innit? Right, Reese.
We're not trying to be doing a hookup here. We're actually doing a podcast. Can we continue, please? Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, let's wrap up this dating thing. So
please do.
I feel like we're in this era now where dating it's just a joke. It's literally a joke. Like you've got people are just dating everyone. People are sleeping with each other, and they're sleeping with the friends. They're sleeping with. No, I'm not being serious,
I'm not
Aaron. I'm being serious.
I'm not. You're abusing me because you know that I will.
No, I'm not talking about even you. I'm not talking about you.
She knows stories.
I know people like it's going as deep as girls are. A guy meets a girl, and then you've got that girl's friend behind the friend's back trying to speech the guy.
No, but
like,
listen.
come on.
Yeah, but you have
Where's
to really.
the loyalty?
Like, can I say something? If your friend feels like.
Don't tell me you're going to justify this.
I'm not justifying it. I'm showing you how humans work, right?
Okay.
It's a jealousy thing, and you have to think. Someone can be your friend, but be jealous of who you are.
Yeah, I know
so they
that.
can respect you as a friend, but personally, everything that goes wrong for them, and they see that the sunshine comes out your arse.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, there's jealousy going to happen. Within a group of friends, there'll be jealousy all the time. I'm one of them people that I'm a good mind reader because I've been there and done it, if that makes sense. When I was growing up, I had a group of really close friends, but we already knew if you talk to a girl that I've been with, you're out of line, innit? You're out of pocket. So we've always had that bro code. The only time it's crossed, but it's never really crossed, is like, I've got a close friend who's a female, and I think one New Year's Eve we kissed once. But when you're both single and you're just bored, like you do something boringly, and then the next day you're like, still friends? Yeah, cool. And then you go back to drinking partners and doing, you know what I'm saying? You don't ever, because it don't feel right. You just do it in the moment. Now, that same friend, I hooked up with my best friend. Now, it didn't work out, and then you feel like you're the arsehole in it because you put them together in the first place thinking it'd work. So,
it's a bit different though. I'm talking about blatant disrespect of the guy meets the girl.
Right.
The guy likes the girl.
Right.
The friend who loves the friend who love they're good friends has now gone behind her back and said to the guy, listen, like I know you like her, but I like you as well.
But here's the scenario now. What if you've spoke to your best friend about him, and your behaviour towards him, she feels like he don't deserve that. So say like you're a bit more about it, you're like, he's not really my cup of tea, but he's got this, he's got that. And then if you're saying that to your friend, but your friend genuinely likes the person, she's obviously going to want to save him.
I don't think it's even that.
But it can happen.
I guess
don't get me wrong, there's loads of scenarios.
Yeah, there's loads of different
I've never been in the scenario. So, me and my mates, I think the most my mates have done, one of them slept with my cousin, but it's cool, shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay, it's your cousin. It's not like you're sleeping with your cousin.
If I sleep with my cousin, then it's mad. But no, all it is, I've just got a few friends that have done me dirty. He knows his name.
Really?
He knows. But he didn't really do me dirty. I was just like...
So do you think, though, that dating now is... Do you think that you can truly still find that genuine person? I mean, is there even such thing right now as still true love? Like,
yes.
where it's going to be one person, one man, one woman, building... building an empire, loving each other, putting that 100% effort in, the whole shebang. Is it still possible in today's society that can happen?
The only way that can happen is if I've got a thing where men need to get rid of the ego a bit. We have an ego where we want to be in charge of everything, and sometimes we can't physically, mentally, financially do it. And we just got to be real. We can't keep on hiding behind this, I've got a C class, I can pick her up whenever I want, but I live at home with my mum. There's nothing wrong with these things. We stigmatise ourselves, and then women rip us up for it, but it's the same for men to women. So some women might not have the best of jobs, but they want more from life. But if you're coming across as, I deserve this stuff, and if you want me, you've got to spend on me. It's
sort
of like,
it boils down to money?
It does, because people will be cheated on constantly. But if their partner's got their money, bruv, after time you're comfortable.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you're
even
financially
if a man's got money, it's more than likely like the guy. Even if the guy doesn't have money, do you not feel like now it's a thing of there's always somebody waiting in the line? So, for instance, Aaron, honestly,
so there's always someone better.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Cool.
Understand what I'm saying properly. Cool. So, I'm saying you and I were talking.
Yeah.
Okay. And everything's going all right. Now, somebody's already messaging you, and you've just got them there. There might be two, there might be three. So there's a couple of females that are there. You know they've got interest in you. You're talking to me, we're all gravy. You're even talking to them the way you're talking to me. So let's say you're talking to two. Yeah? Then, let's say, for instance, I piss you off, or I start to get a bit annoying, or I'm like, look, Erin, we're not doing this. You're going to be like, you know what, fuck this. Sorry, excuse me, but it's easy to say, do you know what, whatever, because you already have somebody else that's already waiting. And then it's like that. Like, people don't give things, they don't put effort in, or they don't give it much chance because they know there's always somebody else that they could continue with.
From that, so the way I see it is, if I'm talking to you, and the moment you bore me, I fuck someone else, I was never really into you, I just wanted to fuck.
Yeah, but then do you not think that that's what's happening standardly right now?
But the only problem that I find is, we hit on it last time, but the camera cut, remember? It was like, men, we love the thrill of the chase. Yeah.
And then when you've got it, then what? Move on to
we can get bored, but I think that can happen for women as well. I feel like you can get bored, but for me, if from the moment you get bored and you don't really find this fun anymore, just be real. Like, I've done it in the past, unfortunately, where I've got bored of someone and I'm just there.
Yeah, but Aaron,
but I'm not. I'm out of it.
Yeah,
like, there, but I'm not. And I think sooner or later, they're going to see that you're not there. And they're going to be like, he's not on the same level anymore. He's not the same thing.
But Aaron, remember, relationships are not all fun. Remember, there's a honeymoon period, ends at 6 months. So if after that, and then you can now establish, okay, there's more to this. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're in a relationship and fun stops in 3 weeks or 2 weeks, it's always going to be hype at first, isn't it? So what I'm trying to say to you is, the moment that it starts to get boring, it's like, oh, do you know what? I'm not in this anymore. But why though? What are you doing to maintain the fun in a relationship? Like, people could be married for 25 years, 30 years, and that is hard work.
Yeah,
no, it's hard work.
For someone that's got parents that they love each other,
yeah,
but they're just there because it's too late to go anywhere else. Now, this old thing of get married, stick with it, at what point, I think it's changed, isn't it? Women don't rely on men in this century.
Yeah.
So straight away, a woman can walk away and a man don't feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, if a woman couldn't go and get the job what she wanted, because obviously of all the fucking equality problems, they just sat at home and let him be the breadwinner. Now women are like, nah, fuck this, I'll get my own bag. I'll go and get my own money. I'll go and do this, I'll go and do that, I'll go and do 3 jobs. Make the man look fucking lazy, and then all of a sudden, but they don't realise your man's going out to work for you. Even now.
Is he though?
No, so I swear to you, if a man is in a relationship, so minus a relationship, we do it for ourselves. But when we find someone we want, we will dedicate our money to them and sort of leave ourselves in the background. And what I find women do a lot, not all women, just ones that I've noticed, sooner or later, when you turn around and say, I'm struggling a bit here, they don't comprehend that life has to change. It can't be the same. I don't want to meet you 3 times a week, but then we're not staying together. You know what I'm saying? So this is from personal experience of having a fiance and just growing differently. Some people will see it as me not sacrificing enough, but I'm sacrificing by staying at home. At 30 years of age, even at 27, if I'm back at home now, yeah? So how long I was with my fiance, I was at home, but I was paying off old debt. So if I'm paying off old debt, I'm not got any money to the left to be wasting, but I will still spend it on you and never bring it up.
Yeah.
That's what women don't get. We will sacrifice our own happiness to see you happy, and after time we get called lazy because sometimes we don't want to come round or we don't do something. So like me, I haven't got my driving licence still. For me, it's an egg, but I get on train, it's not a big deal for me. But what I'm saying is, when you're attacking us for silly little things, and we're just trying to get on with things.
Yeah, but Erin, I think like, alright, if I'm going out and I'm dating someone and I get to know that you don't have a licence and you're of a certain age, I am going to think to myself like, why don't you have one?
Never needed it. I'm going to be honest. No, you see, like, it's literally that simple.
But then,
never needed it.
But
so
then,
if you're looking at me, see, when someone brings that up, it feels like I'm meant to drive you around when I'm with you.
No,
so
it's
no, but that's my pride, and that's probably a lot of men. A lot of men that don't drive, when a woman says, "Oh, you need your license," and then the first thing, the way they come across, it's sort of like, what? So I can just, so you're bored of driving, so you want me to drive, so you don't have to. Fuck off. Like that's literally how I felt. If I wanted to get something and I wanted to do something and I'm planning it, a licence is not my priority. Right now, 30k is my priority. A yard is more important to me than a fucking C-Class or an A-Class or a full Fiesta. But that's me.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to have a partner. I just feel like we get attacked for the things we don't do rather than the things we have done.
No, I do feel like men do get it hard, and I do think that as well. Women have become accustomed to just everything is about materialistic value.
Everything's there ready. Like it's
and it shouldn't be like that. Any relationship coming together is always going to be a work in progress. Okay, and if two people are serious about each other, then I feel like they can both bring what they have to the table and basically make it work. I'm a believer that if two people come together and two people are happy and going in the same direction, they have the same goals and aspirations, then I feel like that success is going to come through that happiness and through that building together. Okay, but however, for me personally, I'm somebody that's been driving since I've been 18 years old. So driving for me is not a luxury. Driving is a necessity. It's essential.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at somebody who is, it's not because, oh, you need to have a C-Class or you have to have a certain type of car, but I just feel like because it's within my system that you need to be driving because it's essential. I feel like you need to drive. Like my daughter, she's 21. She passed her test when she was 19. I've instilled it in her that you need to pass your test, not because it's a luxury, but because I find it's essential.
No, I get that.
Do you understand? And my other daughter as well. She's 18. I'm now trying to hurry up and get your license, because then it's just done and dusted whether you've got a car or not. It's not about having a car, it's about knowing how to drive. Because then even if I've got a car and I get in a relationship and that person hasn't got a car, at least if we're going on a journey for 2 hours or 3 hours, at least I know that my guy can jump in the car
but you have to realise a lot of us can drive, but we just don't drive.
No, I think we drive.
No, but a lot of us can drive.
About license drive, have a license.
Legally and insured, it's different. So for me, I can drive, but I'm so lazy to spend the £300 on lessons.
Yeah.
Because that £300, I'm so childish. That £300, I'll be like, I could spend that on going out. And that's just my mentality. And I think I'm very stubborn as well. I think, like you said, it comes to a point where you either compromise or it's not going to work. So
I just think you've got to have there's got to be tick boxes, and within those tick boxes you've got to at least be ticking some of those boxes, otherwise already it's not going to work. If I'm dating somebody, I'm already going to be thinking, okay, I've got a car, I can drive, I need to meet you, I'm going to be the one always coming to pick you up, or even if you're coming to meet me on the train. But maybe that's not a good way to think, because I'm kind of limiting myself.
Right, so that's what happened with my last relationship. Okay. She drove everywhere. She drove to work. She drove to her house. Then obviously she'd work Monday to Saturday. She'd always be driving. Then if we went away, she'd drive because she don't really like trains. Yeah. And like with me, I always sat back and was like, even if I could drive, do you think I'm driving? You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to get on a train. I'd rather spend £200 on a fucking Uber. Yeah. To go to the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And just chill. Now, if you're with someone that sees that as a waste of money because their plan, so we started off like this, and then every year I just wanted something more. Like she was happy with getting engaged, married, save up for a yard. For me, it's like save up for a yard. I'm in debt till I'm 50. Like I'm seeing it different. Like she's seeing it as why am I not enough, and I'm seeing it as you're enough, but there's more to be done. And I think if you meet people at the wrong time, all you're going to do is bring each other down. Yeah. And you do it. You end up being toxic, and you don't want to be. Yeah. I never wanted to be toxic towards my then partner. But what happens is everything changes. From the beginning, everything's smooth. You want the same thing. And with me, if people change their minds a lot, or they feel like they want something different, it really gets under my skin because I'm very petty. I don't mean to be, but it's just in me. My mum's the same to my dad, but my dad will just soak it up and go, all right. But I was with a partner that's like me.
Okay.
No, I ain't fucking. And then you'd have this bickering. And then sooner or later, you start attacking them over stuff you ain't got. And they're like, but that's not my problem. But because they're the closest thing to you, you batter each other. And I think men do it to women, women do it to men, and it just creates this toxic cloud. So that when you go into your next relationship, you're imagining the same thing.
And that's another thing. I think we bring our old baggage into new relationships.
I brought my old baggage into.
And if I
didn't bring my old baggage into my last relationship, it would have been cool.
Yeah,
because I brought a lot of insecurity from the last one to this one. So because I didn't trust the last one, why the fuck should I trust you? And I know it's
like a mad domino effect because
you're just not because you're making them feel like you don't trust them, but really you just don't trust anything.
Yeah,
you don't want to trust. So when you finally let someone into your circle, you're waiting for it to fuck up.
Yeah. So how do we? Alright. So there's so many different angles, and this is something we could talk about like for weeks and weeks and weeks, for decades. But how do you feel right now we can change that? Like, what is a way that we can
be open?
So what? Be more open and say what you want.
Say what we want. So the person I'm talking to right now, she knows what I want.
Okay.
She knows who I am. I've been open from the beginning. I'm stubborn. I'm a bit of an arsehole. And that's it. I'm not going to try sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
So when we go out on our date, I'll treat her like a queen because I've been brought up that way. And I actually do like her. So that's the difference. But if you don't like someone, like the other 3 people I was talking to, I should have really communicated instead of just blocked people. Because that's what I've always done. Even with my exes, I've ended up blocking my ex-fiancée, and she hasn't done nothing wrong. She might have even wanted to stay friends.
Yeah.
Because
she'd get back together.
Oh, don't know about that.
Okay. But
I don't think she'd ever do that because I pushed her to the point of no return.
Okay.
But that's self-destruct. Like, if someone doesn't want to be happy, how much can you... So imagine if me and you was going out, and I just kept on being petty about things, but I was trying to get rid of you because I feel I'm not good enough. Sooner or later, are you going to be like, I've got to fuck off, he's ruining my life, like, he's just draining me of energy, he's constantly not happy, he's just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've done. Because of my own personal... I had so many issues going into this relationship. I covered them with treating her... You saw the post. I treated her like a princess and a queen, but I wasn't ready to be a king. I wasn't ready to be...
I honestly thought that you guys were going to be together forever.
And we would have been together if it wasn't for me ruining it. Because I had done it. Don't get me wrong, both of us done things that agged each other, right? But that's like you said, that's 2 humans coming together anyway. But I was trying, there was a lot of things in there. There's a lot of stuff with, we'll talk about that in another episode, but there's loads of stuff away from just relationships that created this, I didn't want to add more stress to her life, but she wanted to be there, and I was like, fuck off. Because I don't want to talk about it. So if I don't want to talk about it, but you want me to be open, you're going to push the person away, right? And I feel like us as men, we do it a lot. We put our pride before our feelings because we've been told, just man up, get over it. And there was a point where I didn't want to be a man, I just wanted to be human. And when I was trying to do it, I'm being told by the person that told me to be open, man up a bit. And these times I'm sitting in my room in the dark. and I'm hoping that she says something. I'm hoping that a friend says something. But you'll find your friends around you will say something to get you out of that place, and then you're looking at your partner like, does she actually care?
Yeah.
Or does he care? But they do care, but there's other things going on in the world. You can't be the centre of everyone's attention.
No, that's true.
And us as humans, we look for validation, we look for happiness in the maddest of places.
But I think though we need to concentrate on like look at that. So do you think though that we should focus our like happiness and all of this thing we should do it within ourselves? I think if we, alright, so let's say for instance me, I'm miserable, I've got issues. If I now try and feel like, I don't, but I'm just saying if I do, I go into a relationship, I'm already going with my toxic self into that relationship.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Now, when you go into that relationship, it's already doomed. And because the reason why it's already doomed is because the person that who's going to be your partner doesn't necessarily know what your issues are. So they're now trying to be, hold on a second, they're just doing their thing, thinking, okay, we're going to get together, we're going to be happy. And then all of a sudden, we're coming across these obstacles and these hurdles and whatever. And then, of course, they're going to get frustrated. And especially if you deal with it in a certain way which she doesn't agree with. So it's just like that whole thing. So I think if we as people work on ourselves and not look for validation or happiness or encouragement and all of those stuff, it's nice, it's a compliment when two people bring it together, but you don't go into a relationship looking for it, because you don't know how the other person's going to receive that information, number one. And number two, it's probably going to cripple the relationship more than it's actually going to bring it together.
And what you just said, it right on the button.
Wow.
Literally, you've hit it right on the button.
Yeah.
You bring your issues because you're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
You act like you are, you put on a big show, and a lot of us do it.
And a lot of people
break
do
up
it.
from someone we was close to.
Yeah.
Get to someone new, rush it to feel happy again.
Yeah.
But we're not happy.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, our old emotions roll over, and then this new person is like, why the fuck am I getting this?
Yeah.
I have not give you any behaviour to show you that I cheat, that I walk away, that I use you from. It's not them. It's you.
It's you. Yeah.
It's half the time we're so toxic from past that the present and the future gets ruined because of what we've already done.
I agree.
No, you're actually spot on. You broke it down in like 2 minutes. You broke down the full issue.
True. Yeah.
Moving forward for relationships is make sure you as yourself are ready for the next step.
Yeah. And even though nobody's perfect, that's fine. But be open and honest, like you said, from the get-go, and at least discuss those things so that we know we've got that foundation of where we're working from. Just don't going into the unknown, and that's the worst thing. It's about you having this big charade of, okay, this is who I am, and this is who I am, and then it's like, okay, the person's getting excited, like, oh yeah, he's my type of guy, he does this, he does that, or she's my type of girl, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you're insecure, like you're up and down, you're angry all the time, and it's just like, what the hell, I didn't sign up for this.
Let me see the real you.
Yes.
Because everyone's trying to impress.
Yeah.
To
secure that. And that's the thing, and it's as simple as the picture on Tinder or the picture on Pop or whatever it is. Like, you put up that best picture, how do you look? I'm not saying ladies go and put up a picture when you're not wearing any makeup or you don't have your wig on or your hair's not tied back or whatever. But what I'm saying is that one picture people feed off of pictures. I feed off a picture.
Shows you.
Yeah, and for me, a picture tells 1,000 words. I'm not even looking at your face. I'm looking at the background. I'm looking at if you're a messy person. I'm looking at if your nails are low. I'm looking at a whole bunch of things. No, seriously, I'm deep.
Raw.
So what I'm saying,
he's got a little bit of stuff in him now. He's a dirty fucker. I'm not going near him next week.
and so
he don't shower.
No, I'll be looking. I'm that type of girl that let me not even put anybody off. But anyway, I'm deep when it comes to looking at.
Reece, she won't put you off. You know you're an animal, mate. You know it.
I will see everything that nobody else sees.
He's going to be pissed off that I name dropped him. Actually,
stop name dropping him. Stop.
Reece,
I'm going to contact you. Yeah, but you know what? But do you know what I'm saying though? So we put up the best of everything, but in reality, nobody's perfect. So when you're going into a relationship, be open and honest. You know, whatever your flaws are, it's okay to have those flaws, but don't try and sugarcoat it, and then later on when it starts to get, it starts to be seen, you now get pissed off because it's like, well, do you know what I mean? Why are you treating me this way? Well, no, why was you acting like something that you're not?
Yeah, why was you? I mean? But everyone should know that you try harder. Yeah. When you actually like someone.
Yeah, of course.
So for me, this time round, I'm just being me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I find, no, but she's not deleted me yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm being a prick. So it's working.
I don't mean to be a prick. Like sometimes.
But make an effort. Make a conscious effort.
Sometimes I could go round. Yeah. But what I used to do before, I used to throw everything that I needed to do to the side to do one thing. Now I do what I need to do to make time for you. Yeah. So.
And that's good.
And then I think for once I've got someone that isn't having a go at me for not being free. So when I say sorry, it becomes banter. Becomes you don't care, you're a dickhead, and it's like, yeah, that's wicked. It's bangs. Yeah. So then you can say, yeah, I'll come round this day. I'll give you a massage. You do the right thing. And I think once you just be yourself, I spent so much. I mean, I took my ex on holidays. I used to think, oh, she's so lucky. Mate, like literally. No, but she's not lucky because what I was doing, I was making the effort, and I wasn't showing her the insecure me because I was hiding it behind money. And sooner or later, they're going to realise, like once the money became tighter, she realised I'm insecure. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. She worked in a place that's full of rich people. They've got money. Like the place where she worked, Hardy Caprio and all that went there. I don't know if they still do or not. But when people like that are going there, Loftus Cheek and all that, you start feeling like I was feeling. Loftus Cheek's a good-looking lad. I was like, no man, you're talking to him for him. Yeah. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your insecure. Yeah, but that's like, then it looks like you don't trust him. Yeah. But really, you're just hurt because you don't think you're good enough. Yeah, yeah. And it's like you said, self-worth. Yeah. Unless you're in a mental state of I can do this and I'm ready for this, don't do it. Yeah. And I think, be real, and I think that's a good way to kind of like, end the subject. But it's something that, like you said, we can talk about all day long. And there's lots of different aspects. There's lots of different ways directions that you can go when it comes to dating. It's like an open book, literally. And we could definitely discuss that. And it's mostly on the man side.
I think we should reach out though to the viewers and say, do you know what? We want to know your stories. Like we want success stories. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, I feel like the people who I speak to, it's all doom and gloom. Like, oh my God, this person's like this. I want to know those that actually go on dates and they're successful and they date and they.
Do you want to know what we do first? Yeah. You know when I said we look at a picture that attracts us. Yeah. We're going off of the outside first. Yeah. So once we meet them. Let's be honest, half of the people you might meet that are chiseled in gym, they sit there just boring.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
boring.
Yeah.
And it's the same. You might meet a girl
females,
that's curvy as hell. You're like, fuck, she's amazing. She wants to have a date with me.
But then she's
you take her out and you're trying to have a conversation. You're like, what? What? And you're like, oh.
Or doing this for 5
That pisses me off.
hours.
You know what adds me is when you take someone out for a fucking date and they're recording the food like you're not there.
No,
am I a dickhead?
Food. I take snaps.
Yeah, but am I a dick, bruv? I'm here. Take a picture of me, bruv. Even if I'm your dick for a week, you make sure I'm in your snap so your friends know that I'm good at business. You make sure.
We like to take pictures of our food. Look, I'm a picture taker when it comes to my food.
Right, but unless if you go to move the camera and I go, no, don't worry, that's cool. I know your intention. But if you're taking me out for food, and you're recording the fucking steak that just cost me £40, I'm going to be like, actually, yeah, that's all 40. There's people out there that are letting you buy steaks.
Yeah.
See you's man that are letting women buy steaks for £110. Was it at Akasan and all that? Waste, man. Waste. How the fuck? I can go and buy it from fucking, what's it called? Marks and Spencer. I'll buy my own steak, do it at home and give it to her.
Yeah, but it's not about just being at home, it's the experience about going out, enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a fucking experience when you're in the overdraft. Fucking experience.
Yeah, I mean, live within your means. Like, come on, guys, that's not do.
There's men taking women out and they're going 500 quid on food. That is not going to get you a blowjob, bro. That's not going to get you a blowjob. That's not going to get you sex. She's going to look at you and be like,
for some.
It's very unlikely.
Yeah, do you know what though? I've been in a lot of restaurants, and because I'm in that environment for work as well as for personal. But what I'm saying to you is that there are a lot of people.
Right. So if a man took you out, and just bought lobster, steaks, and all that, you're telling me he's going to get a blowjob?
No.
There you go. There you go. Because we expect something for nothing.
It's not. But then that's what I'm saying. If a guy's taking out, a girl for the hope that he's going to get sex at the end of it, then it's just about sex.
No, but that's what we do.
So then men are just about sex then?
Not all men, but a lot of men, in general, like me, since I broke up with my ex, from July, I'd say till the mid of this month, I was about that. Why the fuck am I on Tinder at 30 years of age?
So are you on Tinder then because you want sex?
I was on Tinder. I was on Tinder to have fun. I didn't want to meet anyone.
You just wanted to have fun.
But magically, I came across someone that intrigued me from the way I messaged. So if I'm messaging and you're carrying on the banter, right, I like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't go out there looking. A lot of us at the minute, especially during COVID, we've been starved. I find women can live without sex.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing men can't live without?
Sex.
I swear to you, if you can give me one bloke that will turn around on this platform now,
reach out to
commenting on this and says, I don't need sex. He's talking shit. I'm telling you, he's talking absolute shit. Even me personally, if you have got no kids and no missus at home, and you're sitting indoors every day or you're working, and you're telling me you do not want a female to pick up, do things with,
of course,
to feel, because
that
feeds our ego, right?
Yeah, of course.
Men work off of ego. I don't know what created it, but I feel like you look for something more in depth while we're looking for something very straightforward.
So then do you think that women then should be less, what's the word? Do you think women should be less kind of...
It's been taught, unfortunately. What's sad? It's sad that women have been taught to be...
Look for more.
Look
do
for
look
love.
For more, so we should look for less.
If you step back and realise all these storybooks that you was told when you was young about princesses and all that, it's not real. And I think each generation of woman is becoming more independent and more sexually open. They might still get called hoes and all this shit, but it's not real, is it? It's not true because all they're doing is doing what men do. If a woman opens up OnlyFans, yeah, a lot of men are very insecure. Men are more insecure than women. If you ever thought that a woman was more insecure than a man, that's madness. Because
I do think men are insecure, and
we are mad insecure. I'll talk for us in the point of if we're with a woman and we're letting them do OnlyFans, it means we're not that into you. I'm telling you, 110%. We're not really bothered if you stay or go. Because any man that cares about his woman and actually wants her in his life, you are not fucking showing off anything. I don't even want to see nipple on OnlyFans. You can show your feet.
On OnlyFans now then?
There's a lot of people that are saying, I think, is it Black China that said her boyfriend or a fiance, I don't know what's going on, but she said that her husband or fiance is a agent for OnlyFans. Bro, he don't care about you.
She's like a celebrity.
Yeah, but he's here for the money then. He's not here for her, because he must not care.
Yeah.
But then again, she gets 15 mil out of it. So 15 mil a month.
Really?
Who the fuck's paying? Who's paying for this girl?
OnlyFans.
Like, I can see China for free on XNNX, whatever it's called. I can see her for free on fucking Xangster. Like, seriously, you just type in Black China, there's her with that other random bloke.
Oh my god.
But like I said, I don't mean to be rude, but it's just how it is, isn't it? It's down to what you're looking for. If you're looking for the bag, you're like, yeah, you know what? I can deal with her playing with herself on a camera because money. A lot of people will put money, financial stability over moral.
Yeah.
And it's been like that for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's not just in hip hop, it's not just in rap, it's even in commercials. There's this thing that money gets you everything. Power, respect. Even when you look at things like 50 Shades of Grey, it's a rich man that's abusing a woman. But women find that attractive.
Well, I think it's the money. It's the money.
It's the money because he's in power. He's
I'm so obsessed with, like I said, materialistic. I mean, now we're hearing all of these people online talking about Birkin bags and all of this nonsense and this. Like, who gives a damn? It's a bag.
It's boring.
It's a bag. And then you've got these, celebrities, these women talking about if you don't get you a Birkin bag, then
if you don't get your Birkin bag, he's a normal working man.
But do you know what I mean? I mean, get the Birkin bag yourself if you really want it that bad. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
That's another thing.
To you
women want it equal, but still wanting to be living at home or living in an house while you bring in the rent.
It's give or take, ladies. It's give and take, and it's guys, 50. It's 50. I think a man should know his place, and a man should be a man. But I think the woman should bring to the table regardless. You cannot have the man doing everything because the man, number one, you for the woman, you don't have any self-respect because the moment that man now, let's say you guys split up or whatever, the man's taking all the shit or you're fighting for stuff that ain't even yours. Yeah. Number two, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you should feel good in yourself knowing that you could turn around and say, do you know what? Whatever we have here, we both put the work in. Do you understand? And then number two, do shit for yourself because when it don't matter whether you're together or not, it might be a case where the guy can't do something for whatever reason, he's sick or, something's happened, circumstances. You need to be able to be in that position where you can also do for the man when he can't do for himself. Exactly.
That's an old school mindset.
Yeah, but I like old school. Bring me old school any day. No, it needs to come back.
It's dying.
I need old school. Like this new school shit.
Birkin bag over houses.
No, and that's dumb. Birkin bag over houses. Are you people crazy? Like, no. Get together, build your ladder together through happiness, and the success will come with it. It's just as simple as that. But we need to wrap this.
When she's speaking sense and I'm speaking nonsense.
No, we're both speaking sense. It's different perspectives.
You know what it is? You're speaking through experience, I'm speaking through inexperience and not learning from my mistakes. Yeah. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
that means
it is a good thing. It's a good team. Yeah, definitely. But
and you've not abused me yet.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people would have abused saying you're chatting their shit.
Yeah. I mean, people might say I'm even chatting their shit.
No, but you're speaking sense.
Yeah, but to you, I'm speaking sense.
Because my personal...
Yeah. And the thing is, we're different ages.